Welcome to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And from my extreme left, I will first introduce all the names to you and then have them say a few words about themselves. On our extreme left, we have Rafael Sanz. Did I say your name right, Rafael?
Yes, you did, Dana.
To Rafael's left and to Rafael's right and my left, we have Sandra Dawson. And there's a little bit of a mystery around Sandra, and I'll tell you what that is in just a moment. To my immediate right, we have Gayle Dorsky.
Hello, Banu. It's nice being here.
It's wonderful to have you all here. On behalf of Gayle, Rafael, and Sandra, we'd like to thank our wonderful crew in the back for making this episode possible today. We have Isao Pele and Isabel LaRue on camera. Thank you for being here. Leonard Harper, Ginger Broderick, and Josiane Hurd in the control room under Rich's guidance. Thank you so much to all of you for making today happen. We're going to have Gayle reintroduce herself.
Sure.
A few words about yourself, Gayle.
Oh, thank you. I'm a yoga fanatic. It helps me with my lower back. I'm an artist and an actress. And I enjoy helping people and helping myself. Thank you.
Helping people do what?
Like stretch, mind relaxation, just chilling out in the busy season of the holidays.
Just watching you stretch.
Just watching me stretch and be in peace with myself.
That's good.
Yeah,
wonderful. You have a lot of happy cheers, so welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Banu.
Rafael Sanz. Rafael, before I ask you a little bit about yourself, I need to ask a little bit about your tattoos.
Well,
what do those mean? What are those?
I'm very heavily tattooed. This one came to me in a dream. I really wanted a serpent to surround my hand and come onto my hand.
Is it a serpent or a dragon?
It's a dragon.
Right.
Oh,
But I really wanted like a serpentine thing coming around my
Right.
hand. And I have a wonderful tattoo artist, and she did a very beautiful job.
It is beautiful,
Yes,
lovely,
yes.
colorful. Why don't you hold it up for our cameras? There you
yes.
go. Rafael's on camera right there.
I
Looks
have
great.
a little flower.
You have a little flower too.
everybody
She
can
wants a
see
close-up of her little flower. Now for the special moment we've all been waiting for.
I'm a flower girl.
You're a flower girl. We have Sandra Dawson. Sandra is a love and wellness coach. This should be a very interesting episode today. Sandra, I'm going to have you introduce yourself in just a moment. You're a love and wellness coach, so you basically take care of people who have possibly post-traumatic stress, who have problems just loving themselves. Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Sandra has been a coach, a love and wellness coach for quite some time. How many years? You also practice in California, right?
Oh, 25 years.
For 25 years. That's a lot of experience you're carrying with you, Sandra. And your institute, your organization is called Institute for Self-Love, right?
Right.
We're going to introduce our viewers to Sandra's ebook after we ask her a few questions about you. Sandra, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I love being a love and wellness coach because my passion is to help people love themselves and to heal whatever abuse or trauma or lack of self-love they're suffering with.
Right.
And I grew up in a very abusive, very violent, alcoholic family. So not only have I learned how to heal people from my own personal experience, but I've studied every method that there is.
Right. So you can actually help people overcome obstacles.
Yes.
The mental obstacles that they have because of whatever is missing in their lives.
Well, that's right, because one of the biggest obstacles we have that block us from loving ourselves and meeting all of our needs is negative thoughts.
So
and
negative assessment of
self-beliefs.
ourselves.
Yes, and we have negative self-talk that stops us, and we have negative behaviors that stop us. We have an overactivated nervous system that's caused by trauma and any kind of danger or threats that we experienced when we were children.
Right.
And we now have wonderful ways to heal that and get back to having a very, very calm, alert nervous system, be stress-free, and
How
be
do you help
healthy.
people? Do we lay on a couch and we tell you our stories? How does it happen?
Yeah, well, I was a licensed marriage and family therapist in California. I'm now living in New York, and I'm a love and wellness coach now, and I work with people over the telephone or in my office, face to face.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I can see Rafael has a question on his
yes,
eyes.
No, your work sounds very fascinating.
Thank you.
So basically, you talk to people and you talk them
Yes.
through how to get through
Yes.
emotional pain from when they were younger.
Right. And I help people develop a calm nervous system. I help them to develop a nurturing parent within themselves so that they become loving and supportive of their own natural, free inner child.
Give me an example. Let's say I came into your clinic and I'm laying on this couch. Do I end up like when you go to a psychiatrist? Is it a psychiatrist or psychotherapist?
Yeah.
You tell them your stories and you come to a point where you're sort of crying floods of tears
Right.
because you're so relieved it's all out in the open. But the therapist hasn't done anything yet. All he's done is just listen to you.
Well,
Is that how it is?
listening is a very important part of
Right.
healing.
Right.
And if you are starting to cry, you are actually grieving the loss of something, and that's the beginning of healing. So I would encourage you to continue to cry and let yourself identify what thoughts you're having, where the sadness is coming from. And then I would offer you some nurturing. I might want to hold you and really show you that the past is over. You're now an adult, and you can make your life a very loving experience now.
So it's a question of raising our self-esteem.
Yes.
When they come to you, they're probably all down and out, and
Yes.
you help them feel better, and then they're
To know
standing
that,
up.
every human being is a divine human being. And every human being needs to know that they are intelligent, beautiful or handsome,
Yeah.
creative, capable, special, unique, loving, lovable, witty, and wise. Every human being. And there's so many human beings that
that
do not
some-
know that they are unconditionally okay.
Is that some of the stuff you've talked about in your book?
Yes, it's in my
We're
book.
going to hold up
Yes.
Sandra's book right there. Actually, I'm going to have you hold it
Okay,
up.
okay, here it is. How to fall madly in love with yourself.
How can people reach you? Do you have a website?
Yeah, you can go to my website, fallmadlyinlovewithyourself.com.
How appropriate.
Yeah, and you can learn about my ebook. You could also, if you want, you could fill out my coaching form on my website, and I will call you and give you a free coaching session so that I can help you identify what are your obstacles to loving yourself. You know, what are you blocking yourself from meeting your physical needs? Are you blocking yourself from meeting your safety and security needs? Are you blocking yourself from meeting your belonging and acceptance needs? Are you blocking yourself from really having self-esteem and high self-confidence? And are you blocking yourself in some way from identifying what your purpose is in life?
You mentioned you could help people on the phone.
Yes.
So you can tell all
Yes.
of that on the phone,
I
just
can.
talking to them?
Yes, I can.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great.
I know, it's kind of surprising even to me that you can do so many things that are so important, even over the telephone.
Well,
Right.
Thank
Sandra
you.
is open to questions even from our crew. So
I
if
think
our
I'm
crew have
going.
any questions,
I'm going to the workshop.
You're going to the
Beautiful.
workshop already?
Yes, yes.
anyone in our control room, feel free if you have any questions for Sandra. You have the next 30 seconds before which Sandra disappears and she starts stretching with us.
I need all the help I could get, Sandra.
Sandra, how do we access this? So we just go to
Go to my website,
Your website.
fallmadlyinlovewithyourself.com.
printer. Do they pay for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Pay for
purchase
this
it.
and they have access to this book.
Immediately.
Is it
right.
available on iTunes?
You know it's not yet, but it might be. Yeah, and you also get an MP3 download guided visualization called Believing in Yourself with my ebook.
Wow.
And yeah, I've added that because so many people have told me it helps them so much to change their negative beliefs about themselves into positive beliefs.
So essentially what you're doing is you are helping people rediscover themselves.
That's right.
Right?
Their real self.
It's all within,
Yes.
inside of them.
Yes.
You're just helping them bring it out into the open.
That's exactly
That's
right.
beautiful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
Sandra, thank you.
Wonderful. Sandra Dawson, love and relationship coach. How to fall madly in love with yourself. Don't just think of falling madly in love with others. Think of yourself first. It starts at home, right?
That's right. Start with you.
Wonderful. And your website is freedomfromyourpast.com. Sandra, you did say I didn't have a chance to put your telephone number up there, but if you're willing to share that with our viewers, do you want to call it
Oh,
out?
sure. If you would like to call me, you can reach me at 631-228-4361.
Great. And you have an email as well, sandra@fallmadlyinlovewithyourself.com.
Right.
Now, everything about you says that, including the clothes you have. It's a nice, happy red, very
beautiful.
Christmassy.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Is there anything
you.
else you'd like to add?
Well, I do a free party. It's called Holistic Pathway to Youthful Aging, so that you can learn to meet all of your physical needs and enjoy youthful aging. So if you would like information about that, you can go to another website of mine,
Okay.
which is called GreatSuperfoodShakes.com.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is about foods now.
Yes.
Now you really got me hungry.
And it's also about exercise. Yoga is very important for your health.
So you're in the right place, my
Yes,
Yeah.
I love yoga. And I want everybody to love it because
Yes,
it's so healthy for us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Sandra Dawson, love and wellness coach. Fall madly in love with yourself. www.freedomfromyourpast.com. I was about to say www.yogaxpress.com. That's my website. But today, Sandra is our special guest. Feel free to consult with her,
Yes.
contact her. At the end of today's episode, you will have Sandra's details. They will be up there. Her website, your website, as well as your email should be up
Thank
there.
you.
Your telephone number, you just called it. Sandra,
Great.
thank you so much for
Thank
sharing that.
you.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
We need more people like you.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you so much.
We're all going to stretch. Now, at Sandra's request, since you also like to stretch, and I think we're more or less on the same page when it comes to relaxing, right? So we're doing it in a physical way.
Right.
You help us in mentally as well.
Right.
So we're all going to stand up. We're going to
Okay.
get ourselves through 7 to 8 postures in a rhythmic cycle. It's called the sun salutation. Rafael, I meant to ask you, have you practiced yoga before?
No.
Okay, but you're
This will be my
comfortable
first-
stretching. This is your first yoga experience.
Yes, I'm comfortable
Wonderful.
stretching.
That's a good approach, yeah.
Yes.
You just need to give it a try,
You
that's
look like
all.
you're in good shape.
Now we're going Sandra, I'm going to have you come forward. Rafael and I will go back. Gayle and you can be forward. We're going to take our viewers, not a problem. In case you feel blindsided, watch the monitor, and we're all going to be practicing the same postures. Palms in front of your chest, palms together, elbows are raised. Keep your eyes closed, heels together, toes slightly apart. Close your eyes for just a moment. Notice if your body sways to the left or to the right. Are you putting more weight on the right foot? Are you putting greater weight, body weight, on the left foot? And an easy way to tell that too is to look at your footwear. Which footwear looks, pressed in deeper? Now open your eyes. Inhale, take your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, fold from the hip. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take your left leg back and then the right. We're just going to go through the stretches first in the first round of the sun salutation, and then we'll call out a few names. As in not name calling, we'll call out the names of the postures in the second round. Now, exhale, press your heels all the way down. If your heels don't go down all the way today, that's perfectly okay. Place them on a block. We have foam blocks somewhere. Yes, we
yes,
have one behind Sandra. Inhale, bring your right foot between your hands. Place your left knee on the floor, uncurl your toes on the left foot, and let's ease off just a little bit. Right knee is up. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left. Raise your right elbow, look up at the raised elbow, and hold. Remember, when we talk about hold, it's actually hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale, let's come out of that. Place both palms beside your right foot. Take your right foot back and then bring the left foot forward between the hands. We're combining both sides, so we have a complete round of sun salutation in one cycle. Uncurl your toes on the right foot, exhale, and dip your hip. So as you go deeper, when you dip your hip, you should feel a wonderful stretch in the front of your quads. You feel it, right, Gayle?
Yes.
Sandra, how do you feel? Is it?
Yes.
If there's too much pressure on your knees, remember, if you take your knees further back, if you dip deeper, you don't have too much pressure on your knees. So if you feel you need the stretch, but you don't want pain on your knee, you just want to go a little deeper. Inhale, left knee is up. Take the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right. Raise your left elbow, look up at the left elbow, and hold. Keep breathing. Inhale, let's come out of that. Place both palms beside the left foot. Curl your toes in on the right foot. Lift your right knee off of the floor. Take the left to meet the right. So take your left foot back. Keep your knees off of the floor. Very gently, knees, chest, and chin. Lower your chest to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into Cobra. Now, in the early stages of Cobra, you can keep your palms down. Press with your palms, press with the tops of your feet. Inhale and lift. Now, once you're all the way up there, engage your low back muscles. Hold, and to just test if you are using your low back muscles, take your palms off of the floor. When your palms are off and your body sinks just a little bit, that is your capacity for today, and that's perfectly okay. Wherever you are is the best place you want to be. Place your palms back on the floor, curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Forehead to the ground. Inhale, and let's come up. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, bring your left foot and then the right between the hands. Left foot and then the right. Place both palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. Before we do the next 2 rounds, I'd like to get some feedback from our new yoga addict, Rafael. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You were expecting some chanting and stuff,
I
right?
was expecting namaste and stuff.
I don't believe it. You're actually sweating.
Namaste.
Come on, guys, get those sweat beads on Rafael's face. I don't believe it. He's sweating.
We
Wonderful.
can take the shirt off.
Wonderful. That's what's happening. Now, what's happening is you're sweating because what we call the chakras or the energy centers, they've started moving up.
Yeah.
And we are stretching in the studios, which means our holding times are longer.
Yeah.
So the longer you hold, and that's for our viewers too, the longer you hold your posture, the deeper is your stretch. And the more, well, I won't say calories, but the more energy you use up trying to get to that state of sublimation. So you're actually sweating. That's wonderful.
You look better.
Okay, so we have another 2 rounds to go. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutation today. Palms together in front of your chest. Elbows are raised. Press your palms in. I remember one of our crew today asked us about tinnitus. I believe that's a kind of a ringing in your ears. And this is for you. I believe it might be Leonard. Leonard, this one is for you. Just to explain to you, when you have problems in the ear, you can be sure that there might be an issue with the cochlear fluid in your ear. So when you do forward folds, as when we go down all the way in downward dog, that's a time when the fluids start moving. You might help actually form a little more, and then the ringing might disappear. So you want to try the forward fold that we're going to demonstrate in this sun salutation today. Press with your palms, heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Hasta Uttana, hands raised. Exhale, fold from the hip. Pada Hasta. The next posture is for you, Leonard. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. This time take your right foot back and then the left. Exhale, press your heels all the way down and keep exhaling. Inhale, bring the right foot between your hands this time. Place your left knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes on the left foot and let's ease off just a little bit. When we are ready to do the Yogaxpress twist, as I like to call that, this one is Ashwa Sanchala. Ashwa Sanchala is equestrian. Ashwini is horse. Ashwa Sanchala, like a horse. Keep exhaling and dip the hip. You should feel a delicious stretch in your quad muscles in the front of your upper left thigh. Right knee is up. You feel it, Rafael?
I feel it, yeah.
Feels wonderful, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does.
Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right. And when you're in this twist, place your right palm on top of the left, raise your right elbow, and look up at the raised elbow and hold.
Oh, yes, I feel it on my left
You feel
side.
that, right?
Yes.
Especially when you're in this twist, Gayle,
Yes, I feel
what's
like
happening
over
is the
here.
oblique. You feel the spine is
Yes,
stretching as well,
yes.
but also you should feel a wonderful stretch in your obliques on the side of your waist.
Yes.
And you feel a beautiful compression of the obliques on the right side this time. That's especially good talk about love. That's good for helping the love handles disappear over a period of time. Inhale, let's come out of that. And let's switch legs. Place both palms beside the right foot. Take your right foot back and bring the left foot forward this time. Uncurl your toes on the right foot. Dip your hip. Every time you go closer to the floor, closer to the ground, remember to exhale. When you go up is inhale, forward is down, and forward is exhale. Keep dipping. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place the left palm on top of the right. Look up at the left elbow and hold.
Oh, that's a great twist.
Feels good, huh? And what's happening is every time we twist at the waist, we torque our body. Thank you. We're actually twisting. We torque our body in opposite directions, so we're depriving the upper and lower body of oxygen and fresh blood for just a few seconds. And when you untangle yourself, fresh blood rushes, and that's why you get that high. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Is that the second side that we twisted?
Yes.
Uncurl your toes on the right foot. Take the left to meet the right. We're in plank position, Dawson. Knees are off the floor for now. You don't want to go too high. You don't want to go too low either. If you go too low, you might hurt your back. You go too high, the posture changes. Very gently, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. This is Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, glide out into Cobra. When I talked about Ashtanga Namaskara, as we dipped in with our buttocks in the air, Ashta Anga. Ashta is 8, Anga is limbs. Literally, it's 8 limbs or 8 body parts that make contact with the floor. 8 body parts, the 2 feet, the knees, the 2 hands, chin, and chest. Now hold it, press with the palms. Inhale, let's come up. And then to test if you're using your low back, take your palms off of the floor. Wherever your body helps you stay up, that's the strength of your back. Palms back on the floor, curl your toes in, forehead to the ground. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Exhale, press your heels down. Dip your head between your biceps. Keep exhaling. Whenever you're in this downward position, this is called downward dog or Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Adho is down or downward, Mukha is face or facing, Shvana is dog. But the school that I came from called this Parvat Asana. Parvat literally means mountain. Inhale, bring the right foot first between the hands and then the left. The left. Place both your palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. This sun salutation in itself can be a complete workout. It works all major muscle groups, glands, and organs in the body in under 60 seconds. Are you sweating more yet? Well done, Rafael. Good job.
I just feel like I did a marathon.
That's right. We do sweat a lot. We do, we use up a lot of energy, but you actually feel energized instead of feeling tired. At a marathon, you actually feel tired at the end of it.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
Ginger.
thank you.
Now let's do the last round. This time I'm going to speed it up a little closer to what you would do in real life, everyday life. Press with your palms, elbows are raised. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the left foot back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels down all the way. Keep exhaling. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Place the left knee on the floor, uncurl your toes in the left foot and ease up. Exhale, dip your hip. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over your right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left, look up at the raised elbow and hold.
I think this is my favorite now.
Inhale, this is your favorite. Inhale, let's come out of that. Place both palms beside your right foot. Curl your toes in the left foot, lift your left knee off, take the right to meet the left in plank position. Knees are off the floor. Now, knees, chest and chin. Exhale and dip. Dip and then glide out into cobra. Test your back, take your palms off. Place your palms back on the floor, curl your toes in, forehead to the ground. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Inhale, bring your right foot and then your left between your hands. Both palms together. Inhale, let's come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Let's all sit down. We need a few seconds with Sandra before we wind down for today. Sandra Dawson, love and wellness coach. What do you think of our method of getting this kind of a high
Well, I
as
think
compared
this-
to what you do?
Well, this is so good for us. This is part of really maintaining our physical health.
Right.
Exercise, and yoga is, I think, the best form of exercise for us.
It's slow,
Yes.
controlled,
Yes.
and you know
And it's-
exactly what's coming next, right?
Well, but it also is so healthy for us because we're using our whole body.
Right.
And we're using all of our muscles in many of the exercises, and that has been proven to be the best way to really keep
Sandra,
our
it's
muscles
wonderful
healthy.
to have you on the show. I'm glad you came in as a special guest today. I'd like to thank
Thank
our
you.
wonderful crew.
Yes,
Isao
you.
Pelly, Isabel LaRue on camera,
Namaste,
Leonard
namaste.
Harper, Ginger Broderick, and Josiane Hurd in the control room under Rich's guidance. On behalf of Rafael Sanz,
Yes.
Gayle Dorsky,
Thank you.
Sandra Dawson, and myself, Banu Suresh, this is Yogaxpress, and you are watching us on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. Monday through Friday, we air at 1:30 in the afternoon. Stay with us, stretch with us. Very soon we might move our times, but until we tell you, we're still on at 1:30.
Namaste.
That feels good. How do you feel?
Great,
Wow,
great. That
energized.
was hard too. for me.
It was hard because we hold it a lot longer. When I watched him sweat, I said, yes,
Yes, it's
we're doing
working.
something
It's
right,
working.
because that's what it's all about. It's an internal sweat.
That's why I always
was
prepare.
good.
I always
Yeah,
try to stretch
wow, that's
beforehand,
Right.
so I
I'm
don't
wondering
overdo
why
it.
I'm not
I think it does
And
help.
he's
you're
never
upset.
experienced
Yeah.
it too, so that's good.
Yes,
That's
yes.
good.
Better
Yeah.
when you've done it.
Oh, we
I
can
see.
continue
Okay.
in tomorrow's episode. That's what we could do, is point out
Yeah.
what is
yeah.
happening. In fact, you should express what's happening.
It's a wrap.
Thank you.
Thank
should
you.
express